Hello everybody and welcome back to VI Labs, the Accessible Technology channel. I'm David from VI Labs and today we have got something very exciting because I have got fresh in its box the brand new M4 iPad Pro. This was announced by Apple just a few short weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago I think. And I have got it. It is here. It is in its box. A very small box, I must say. It's much smaller than it used to be, but we'll talk about that in a second and we'll unbox this and hopefully set it up too. But yeah, I've got the iPad M4 here, the iPad Pro M4. But I have also got, we're getting a double dose today, which is great. I've also got the Magic Keyboard, the new Magic Keyboard that was announced with this iPad as well. So we'll take this out of its box as well in just a few minutes and see what it can do. So I've been, I'll just throw that out of the way for the minute. I've been a user of the old iPad Pro for quite a while, but this is very different. So the iPad Pro that I've got here, it's the M4, as I say, it's 13-inch. The largest you could go before was 12.9, but this is 13 inches. And it's in, the first thing I noticed is it's in a much smaller box now. The box is way thinner than it used to be. It's maybe barely an inch thick, I would say. I would say barely an inch thick, even in its box. And there's no cellophane either. Do you know that stuff that used to wrap around it before and you'd get to do all the exciting thing of like peeling it off and stuff? There's none of that anymore. But yeah, I think now it's time we shall take a look and open it up and see. So there's little flaps here that I get to peel just off the back. So I take one off there. I'm just going to dump these to the side. We'll clean up later. And there is another one. These seem to peel in opposite directions. So one you kind of peel towards you and the other you peel like away from you. But now that I've got those two little bits peeled off, I don't think there's anything either other side. No, there's not. I can just lift up and here we go. It seems to have opened. And just the cardboard bit on the top, we can move that outside of the way just for now. And here it is. I can now feel for the first time the new M4 iPad Pro. So I can, oh my God, that's thin. Wow. That's one thin little device. Okay. Okay, wow. That is really, really thin. Okay, we'll talk more about that in just a second. I'm going to move this box out of the way. We'll look more in the box in a second. But okay, this is very, very thin. So it's covered in a kind of a paper at the moment. So I guess we'll do the old, the peel. They love doing this in ASMR, you know, those like Marquez Brownlee and iJustine and all these, they've got these really good shots of this. So I will do my best to attempt at an imitation. I will pull slowly. Oh, and I think I did it backwards too. Okay. That was a pathetic effort, in fairness. But let's just go for the other way around. And there we go. Here it is. And I'll just dump that again to the side. And this is the new iPad Pro M4. For a Pro iPad, I mean, this is ridiculously thin. So I can feel there's a speaker grill there on one side. Yeah, there's a speaker grill on both sides. And this is USB-C, obviously. It's still got the kind of power button up in the corner there where it used to be, volume button still where they used to be. There's a difference with this one. I think the FaceTime camera, the camera that kind of faces you if you're on a call and stuff, that's on the side now. So before it used to be up at the top, that's changed. But yeah, my first impression is this feels really thin. I don't even know what I'd compare this to. Like, do you know those? I know this sounds like such a ridiculous like comparison, but you know those Tuck biscuits, the real salty ones? It's literally that thickness. I think they say it's around 5 millimeters, but this is This is a crazy thickness. There's a camera bump there at the back as well, and it is all flat, like completely and utterly flat. There's no home button or anything on this. It's one of the real newer ones. You don't have the home button. You can either use Face ID or you can use a passcode. But let's try and set it up, shall we? I'm going to turn it around to face the camera here. And I'll show you even before I do that. I'll give you a look at the back there so you can just take a look and see. But it is just silver at the back. It's available in a few different colors. But I'm going to turn it on now by holding the side button and see what we can do. Hopefully, okay, yes, it seems like we have an Apple logo. And hopefully in a second, we'll be able to triple click and get voiceover on here as well, which is going to be brilliant. Okay, so I can see that it has come to life, and I'm going to triple click. Let's please work.
Voiceover landscape.
Yay! We got voiceover, people.
Start. Head in progress. Quick start. Accessibility option. Quick start.
Accessibility options.
Cool.
Cool.
In progress. Looking for nearby devices.
Oh, it's looking for nearby devices. So I want to pair this from my old iPad. I've got an old, like 2018 iPad here. This is a real old iPad now, but let's unlock this guy and let's see if we can do a transfer here. And hopefully if I turn voiceover on here too.
Voiceover on. Weather.
Okay.
19 degrees.
And I'm going to hold this side by side.
Landscape.
Oh, there we go.
Home button to the use your Apple ID opening double quote
and
continue.
I want to continue. Okay, so I've just entered the passcode. We had to cut a section there because this was being a little bold, but I have entered my passcode and I'm now waiting. Let's
Apple
see.
collects hardware. It may take a few minutes to activate your iPad.
That's all fair enough.
Apple collects hardware identifiers from your iPad in order to identify and activate it on our services.
That's fair enough again.
Personal data use icon. Personal data use icon.
Okay, nothing.
It may take a few minutes to activate your iPad.
So I guess now we're in a period of just waiting for a minute and see what happens. This is really interesting.
Software update.
Oh, there's a software. I thought it would come up to date out of the box, but there you go. We didn't escape the software update
A software
today.
update is available for this iPad. Update now button.
Let's just get the
Enjoy
update.
your new iPad. Software
Okay.
update heading.
Let's just lock this one.
Close button.
I can close this.
Weather.
So
voiceover off.
I can turn it off on the old iPad and I can move that old iPad out of the way. And now it's just a case of doing a software update on this new one.
0%.
Okay, and I think that's going to take a while.
Button.
Oh, I need to agree to the
iOS and sync line separator.
Let's just agree. There we go. Boom.
Downloading software update.
Downloading software update. Okay, I'm going to turn voiceover off on this for a second just so it's not interrupting me. And while we do that, let's unbox the Magic Keyboard. So this I also got alongside the new iPad. It's obviously not included. There's a cost to this as well, unfortunately. But similar story here. There is tabs and you can just pull them in an alternating fashion. And like that, just peeling off a plaster. And that gives me access to the glorious box that contains the new Magic Keyboard. And here it is. Wow. The Magic Keyboard is like twice as thick, if not 3 times as thick as the actual iPad itself. That is crazy, but there you go. So I haven't actually used, I've got like a folio keyboard on my old iPad Pro, but let's try this one. So again, peely thing that you just peel off. I will become a pro at that one day once we've done enough Apple unboxings. Hopefully Apple will just give us stuff eventually and we can do that. But now I can just start folding this open. Oh, wow. Okay. And there is actually a little like plastic protector here that was covering the keyboard and the like flat bit. So I'm just dumping all of this stuff out of the way. So how does this work now exactly? So this is shaped like a laptop. And whoa, okay. I don't know what way I'm meant to do this. Oh, I don't know what way exactly this is meant to sit, but let's try and just sit the iPad. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, that seemed to like sit relatively okay, actually. So it literally just sits like a laptop. Oh, and you can kind of fold it out. Interesting. So I've just literally folded this out like, and I'll turn this around so those of you who can see it can see it. I've just folded this out literally like a laptop. The iPad itself sits in place of the screen, and you can also like tilt it up, so it's really like a stand, and it's quite sturdy too. Like it feels like quite secure. Let me just see what it feels like to. Oh wow, this is like a real Mac typing experience. So I'm just this is okay. The space feels a bit wonky, but other than that, is a test. That does not feel bad to type on. That actually feels really okay. That's not bad at all. So yeah, I think this is a really interesting experience. These are, and the camera bump is still visible as well. But just to see how this like folds, if I just fold it back and then close this, then it's quite a heavy little bit of kit once it's all folded up. But I would say it's like maybe a centimeter of thickness all folded. So really not bad, but I think we're going to have to wait now to see this thing actually fully like update and stuff like that. And then once it's updated, we'll return to this. But let's take a break for now and return once it's updated. One update and approximately 5 heartbreaks later.
Quick start. Heading.
And
in progress.
Let's just see what this is.
Looking for nearby devices.
Oh, it seems to want me to get my nearby device again, which is interesting. Let's go to the old iPad, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Old iPad is getting another run. It's not done just yet. Let's do this thing with Mr. Old iPad.
Voiceover on. Weather.
And
Dublin 9,
let's
18
hold.
landscape. Alert.
There we go.
Continue button.
And I'm going to continue.
Passcode field. Passcode field.
And
0 of 6 values
I
entered.
will
Secure text field.
Turn this down again so I can just enter my password. And just enter that. And I'll turn this up again.
Close. Set up new iPad. Heading. Set up. Close. A video of use hold your new iPad up to the camera. Heading.
Hold my new iPad.
Blue circle on your other device's pairing screen.
Hold my new iPad up to the camera. So I'm just aiming in a general direction. I could be aiming terribly, but let's see. Oh dear, I think I could be asking for assistance. Oh, this is really disappointing. Okay, I'm going to let me just see.
Waiting for other iPad. A video of thousands of tiny shit waiting
yeah,
for
so
other
there's
iPad.
like a video there. No need to pause recording. JP, do you want to just, I know you're not mic'd up, but do you want to slide in here and see if you can aim that? Oh, there we go.
Hold your new iPad up to the camera. Heading.
Come on now. Come on now, JP. You're sighted.
Not doing it for me.
No?
Authenticate manually button.
Okay, looks like we're authenticating manually, whatever that means.
Yeah.
No?
Authentication. Enter authentication code. Heading.
Okay, what's happening here? Let's see.
Enter the code below on your other iPad. 415763.
Okay, I can take that. 415763, I think it's
Enter the 415763. 4 1 6, 5, 7, 6, 3.
Boom. Okay. That's a bit of a dose, but we got there, I think. I hope that we're over the worst of it now. It's a long process, even like when you're setting up from an old device. It is quite a tedious process, I think, in some ways. But at the same time, it is kind of exciting because you are setting up an Apple product. It's funny how like it doesn't feel like some of it does seem like really just like unnecessarily awkward, but it also doesn't feel like a chore in a weird way to me. But there you go. So this is doing its setup thing. Hopefully it will be done shortly. And then I will have this new fancy iPad. It's a fast iPad, M4. It can do all of those cool things like Logic. I can run Logic on it. I can run Final Cut on it. This keyboard, I think once I get used to the layout and stuff, is going to be nice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting used to using this this iPad in the next little while. So do stick around for a Tech on Tap review of the new iPad. You can subscribe to our Tech on Tap newsletter over on vi.ie as well, which I would highly encourage you to do because we have loads of great accessible tech content over there as well. And be sure to subscribe here to the VI Labs technology channel. We do loads of content just like this from an accessibility perspective. So yeah, we'd love to share more information like this with you. We're reviewing a talking air fryer, believe it or not, later today. So yeah, there's always new cool technology content. But this is the iPad M4, iPad Pro with an M4 chip in it. Really thin, quite accessible, not perfect with its accessibility. Could definitely do with ditching that camera-based little bit there and just change that up slightly. But all in all, a relatively good first impression on the unboxing experience. And who knows, the review is yet to be seen. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. You can call VI Labs on 1-800 911 110 or send an email to labs@vi.ie.